Welcome, welcome, welcome to Garnetqueentarot, where we're inspired to rise. Hello, Libras. How are you guys doing today? I hope all is well. Woo. Oh, man, we are in the fall season. So much is changing. The weather, everything. It's just like, where did the summer go? I keep asking that over and over. Because it was like, it was the first day of summer, and next thing you know, fall is here. And elections are right around the corner. No matter who you voting for, vote. Let your vote count. That's the one thing we have is our voice. If we don't use it, we lose it. Okay? So make sure. Too many people died so that we could vote. Got beaten, wasn't allowed. Ugh. To think all they went through, and then you just sit there and you don't move on it. You gotta vote. You gotta vote. And I don't even push that stuff. I don't care who you're voting for. That's between you and your source. But I say, make sure you get out there and let your voice be heard. It matters. We matter. Okay? And nobody's gonna take that away from us, even if they want to. Vote. I can't do this right now. Oh. Now you are so different from everyone around me. The way I have you was wrong. I feel lonely. Lonely. Libras. What is going on with you, Libras? You're so different from everyone around me. The way I thought about you, I had you, was messed up. I didn't appreciate you. Libras, I think that's you speaking right now, and you feel lonely. Somebody was in your life, you didn't appreciate them, and you are trying to speak to them, and they're telling you they can't do this right now because you hurt them so badly. And I would say it could be either or, but I'm feeling the intensity from your end. It's like you recognize that that person was there, and you always expect them to be there, so you didn't give them that respect that you should give them because they're always there. And now you're recognizing the fact that you didn't realize how important they actually were in your life. And now that you put them at a distance, now you're realizing that, wow, maybe this was the one for me. Maybe because they were so complacent and compromising that I didn't appreciate what they really meant in my life, their worth, their value in my life. And that's when you get in your moods and, you don't care at the time. But then when you think about it, you realize, wow, maybe I need to try to get back with this person because they do mean something to me. And that's what distance does. A lot of times you can't fathom the thought of somebody in your life long term. You're just thinking for the moments and you're not sure if you're serious about them or not. And then, you start realizing, let me ask so-and-so, and then you realize that person isn't even there anymore. They were actually a blessing in your life. A lot to think about. I ran away from myself and not from you. See, Libra, you're letting them know that, listen, I needed time for myself to think things through. I know how much you mean to me and what value you bring to this relationship, but I needed to step back for a minute. So let me tell you something. I have a brother-in-law. Oh, he used to play himself in the summer. Well, she ended up being his wife anyway, but he used to play himself in the summer and they're dating. And he would pick a fight with her at the beginning of the summer and not want to speak to her the whole summer long. And because he didn't want to argue, he went and stayed with his brother or whatever. But when the weather started changing and fall season was coming in, that's when he started wanting to reconcile, because everybody's indoors most of the time. He wanted to reconcile with his girl. And of course, she'd always take him back, but it's like he played her through the summer. And then when the fall would come in, he wanted to make sure he had something nice and warm to wrap up with. And she was there with open arms. That happens a lot. There are times when people don't realize a person's worth or value until they're away from them. They'll be like, dang. You know, you have to learn to appreciate people from where they are. And if you see improvement, like somebody may not have it all down, packed and ready right then and there, but as time goes on, they start growing on you and you start appreciating the little things that they do. And when you're apart from them, you're like, man, if Vivian was here, she would have done this. If Charles was here, he would have done this. You realize what they brought to the table, even though you didn't see it at the time they were there. So, you got to give people that time to be a part of your life and to mesh with your life and to be there with you. I'm working on myself, and that's good. When you know that there's an issue and you're the culprit, recognize that. Nobody's perfect. We all make mistakes. There's all errors in all of our lives. But when you recognize the fact that that is an error, or you're doing something that's not right, and you pay attention and you listen up, you say, okay, let me not do it this harshly, or let me do it this way. Or sometimes people just don't know. Even you, Libra, sometimes you're not aware. You're very alert, but you're not always aware of everything that you do and how it affects other people. And sometimes you just don't care. But this person, you're realizing that they're not as bad as you thought. I know I have father issues. You spilling it all on the table. Male or female, doesn't matter. I don't feel good enough for you. And you sugarcoat it any which way you can so that the person recognizes how you truly feel about them. And it's not so much that you don't feel that you're good enough for them, is that the level they want the relationship to be on, you're not totally there yet. You want to hold the person there and benefit from the advantage of having them become a part of your life long term. But you have to be willing to commit and be dedicated 100% as well. And right now I say you're doing like 82%. You're there, but you're not there all the way. And they need you to be there more than 80%. Okay? So, and you're working on your issues, which is a good thing. Because a lot of people don't even recognize that they have issues. Even though they do. They don't recognize it. It's like, you got to go through things. And I'll tell you, any relationship that's worth having, you got to go through the ups and downs. You got to recognize that everybody doesn't see things the same way. If we were all the same, could you imagine the kind of world we would be living in? Just one way of doing things, and that's it. We have different viewpoints. We look at things differently. I've learned a lot from other people. Somebody could show you a way or show you something, and you realize, wow, I'm lacking in that area. Let me work on this. Like my mom could do so many problems in her head. She was great at multiplication, all of this, division, everything. And she would just spit it. My father wasn't like that, but he can get it done, but not at the speed my mother could. And I remember when they used to work with me, it was like to do homework and stuff. My mother used to get so mad at me when I couldn't do some of the division problems. I just couldn't figure it out at times. And she's like, what is wrong with you? And my father would say, she needs, in that time they used to say dunce cap. And he said, she needs a dunce cap and sitting in the corner. And they would laugh. And they got me so mad that I used to start studying and working those problems, because they talking, it just irked me. When people tell me I can't do something is when I want to do it the most. Don't tell me I can't get this and I can't get that. The same way my daughter, I remember she went to car dealership and the lady said, well, you don't have enough down payment to get that car, so you should look in another area because you're not going to be able to get a price better than what I'm offering you of that vehicle, and you need more down. My daughter was determined. She went online, she went here, she went there, and at that time she found a vehicle with room, and the down payment was less, and the car was a newer car, and it was nice. And they delivered it to the house, and she got her car. And she drove by the lady's dealership, and she drove by and she saw the lady outside showing the cars to other people, and then she had stopped. And she said to the lady, she said, the sales lady, I want to thank you, because had you not said those words to me, I would not have found this deal and gotten the car that I saw here for more money. I got it for less and less down payment. And she said, thanks again. And she drove off. And I was like, oh my gosh. People are always, they think it's salesmanship. It's not. You won't get a better deal. I hate when people say that. You could say this is a great deal. If you could get something better, great. But I know this is a good deal right here. Don't say you can't get, don't tell me, can't ain't even in my dictionary. Stop it. When you care about somebody and you want things to work out, you go all out to make it happen. You don't sidestep, short step, back step. You do the step. And you're recognizing that. And that's what I love about this, is because we can all learn from our experiences. We pick up all the information, all those nuggets, and blend it and apply it in our lives so that we can get a different outcome. Recognize if you did something wrong and you weren't your best, forgive me. Moving forward, I know better. I'm going to do it this way. Let's try. Give me a chance. Be sincere. Let people know that you appreciate them and that you care for them. I try to distance myself with distractions, but life has been pretty empty without you. And you're telling the truth. You're speaking the truth. Libra, you're speaking the truth. You didn't appreciate the person when they were there. And you're like, go, or you let it go. And now you realize, dang, I'm lonely. I miss this person. They were good to me. I was in my mood. I didn't appreciate them. Be aware. And the same things that you're thinking in your mind, speak to them and let them know. And keep trying, because they kept trying to be with you and work with you, and the time lapsed, and this is the situation now. So the same energy now, place it in rebuilding, speaking with them, doing some of the things they wanted to do all along that you chose not to do or didn't have the time to do. And my heart always comes back to you, although we are apart. It has become difficult to let you go. You see? And now you're starting to feel it more and more. More and more. Things happen for a reason. I tell people this all the time. You may not get it at the time, but you needed to get this shockwave through you to recognize the fact that this person that's been there for you is somebody that has your best interest at heart. Literally, they have your heart. But ego and issues and compromise didn't exist as far as rebuilding and building better. It was like, whatever. You don't like it, go. This is how it is. And they always threatened to leave, and you didn't take heed to the warning, and now you're like, dang, they really gone. But the way this person loved you, there's a chance to rebuild. It's just that you got to put more effort in right now. And this has to be repetitive on a daily basis to say, you know what? I want you back. I still have dreams about us, and the happy times we shared together, it's been hard to move on. Look at it. You're opening your heart and you're letting this person that you need them. letting them know that you appreciate them. Little things. You always had my best interests at heart, and I failed to believe in you. I regret it. Wow! Wow! This is deep. This is deep. This is deep. Wow. It's better to recognize now than let all this time pass and don't. You needed this time away to catch your thoughts, to figure out what it is you're seeking and whom you're seeking. What's outside isn't always the best. And sometimes when you test the outside waters, at first it's fun. It's exciting. But then when it boils down to it, can this person hold a conversation? After the sex, what's left? Do I trust them? Is my heart entangled with them? Are they making me a better person? And sometimes you have that right then and there, and you get challenged a lot and you get pissed off. And then you say, I don't care, and you let things go. And then you realize, I know this person had my best interest at heart. This person truly cared about me. This person wanted to build with me. This person is my soulmate. This person is my heart. And I let it go. And now I'm feeling the consequences. Open your heart, open your mind, and think things through before you act on emotion. When you feel you're going to explode or blow up, take a chill pill, calm down, allow yourself to reflect and say, what I'm arguing over right now, is it even worth my space, my time, my focus, my energy? And sometimes you'll be like, one of the girls, she was talking to me and she was like, he stopped talking to me. And I asked him why. Because he was mad about something and I didn't even know what I did wrong. And he stopped speaking to me. And then when I asked him, after we'd been separated for almost a year, he reached out to me and just checking in on me and stuff like that. And he said, and I asked him, I said, let me ask you something. Why were you mad at me? And he's going to say he can't even remember. That's what I tell people. And interested in getting back. She's like, Queen, she said, I don't know what to tell you, but I'm just so fed up. I'm so tired. She said, I gave him the best of me, and he didn't appreciate it. And now he's coming back almost a year later, wanting us to reconcile. She said he tested the waters out there and didn't like what it tasted like. And now he figured he'll go back to what he knows, and I'm supposed to be there with open arms. She said, I love him, I want to be with him, but I got to love myself more. So what I'm saying to you, when you're in the midst of the storm, hold on. And hold on to who's holding you, who's got you. Don't let them go just like that, because they might not return to your life. And if they return, the trust is broken. So you're rebuilding from scratch. And it might have a lot to do with comfort. So what I'm saying to you is, this time around, you're going to have to put the work in to get that person back in your life, if they even come back. Take a deep breath. Recognize your issues, your mistakes, and things you have to work on. And let that person know that this is how I acted. I apologize for the ways that I responded to you. I apologize for not communicating with you properly. But you are in my heart. You hold a special place. And I'm lonely without you. You know how far that could go? Those are words that people want to hear. And it's earnest. And it's coming from the heart. And it's real and sincere. Think about things that you say. Put the pride to the side. Put the ego to the side. If you want to get back with this person, you need to get it together and get back with this person. Don't let things just slide, because you may end up regretting it the rest of your life, because I know you regret it right now. Appreciation goes a long way. I appreciate you and all the things that you do. I agree, we need to spend more time together. I ask that you work with me so that I can make sure with time management that I have everything in place. Let's work together to manage our schedules so that we can come together. I admit to you that my life is chaotic without you in it. I miss you. I'm lonely. I yearn for you. I want us to be together. I want us to work through our differences so that we can get on the same page. And let's give it another chance. And let's see if we can make it work. It's better to try and fail than not try at all. I apologize to you for what I've done. You've made me a better person now. Thank you. Words, man. Words hold power. So you got to stay true to yourself and be aware of the gifts that come into your life and say thank you. Be full of gratitude. Thank your source for bringing you this far and waking you up. Garnetqueentarot, where we're inspired to rise and spread the love and be our best selves and learn from our experiences. Take the time to reflect on what's important to you and act accordingly. You are on the right path because you're waking up finally. You're waking up finally. Now you have insomnia because you don't know what to do. Think it through because you do know what to do and it's inside your heart. Garnetqueentarot, be inspired to rise and spread the love. Take care. Talk soon. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And thank you for sharing your message with us because I like to get down in the deep root of things. I don't want to surface stuff. You are in a frenzy because this person, you love them. And they love you. But you've been acting really stink. So think things through and act accordingly. Take care. Talk soon.